Hey everybody! I'm here today to show you and tell you how to get a job with no experience. I'll be going over some tips that work that will help you get a job without any experience. These will be 5 simple and quick tips. I'll be going through them in a rather fast manner, so please pay attention. Let's get right into the video. Tip number 1 is to know your skills that can be applied for the job. Okay, applied to the job, that is. So know the skills that you have that can be applied to the job. You want to really know any skills that you possess that can be applied to the job. Now, you can have skills without experience, right? Let's say as a kid, I watched my dad do something over and over again. I can have a skill that relates to that thing that he did without having the actual experience of doing it myself. So I can say that I was exposed to that job thing, whatever I'm applying for, and the skill is that I know exactly how it's done. Even if I haven't done it before, I know exactly how it's done. So think along those lines. Know the skills that you have that can be applied to the job, and emphasize those skills, okay? Number 2, make sure your resume and cover letter are top notch. You want to make sure your resume and your cover letter are top notch. They're as best as they can possibly be, as good as well as they can possibly be. Really focus on getting that resume and that cover letter to stand out from the rest, because the person is probably going to have lots of potential employees or people that are applying for the job that have lots of experience. And if you have no experience or little experience, you need to make sure that your resume stands out and your cover letter stands out. So do your best to make sure that they are polished and they look and sound and they're just amazing, okay? Number 3, reach out to the employer separately from submitting your resume. This has basically been how I've gotten all my jobs. So literally, every time I've applied for a job, I've dropped off my resume, or I've gone and spoken to the person who's hiring and given them my resume and cover letter, okay, or the HR person. I've reached out basically, and then I reach out again separately just to clarify, just saying, I'm really interested in the job. I just want to let you know I have a real interest in this job, and I'm really hoping that I end up getting an interview because I will definitely impress you. So reach out, because I guarantee you, probably 8 out of 10 people will not reach out to the employer, to the potential employer, separately from handing in their resume and cover letter. By reaching out, you're going to put yourself in the top 20% immediately for the potential for getting an interview. So reach out separately from giving them your resume and cover letter. It will do you a lot of good. Reach out once. Don't reach out 5 times. Reach out once. It's more than enough, okay? Number 4, focus on what you can offer, not what you can't offer. Obviously, if you don't have experience, you cannot offer certain things. You cannot offer experience, but you can offer other things. Maybe you're charismatic, like myself. I'm not trying to brag, but I am a charismatic person. Maybe you're charismatic. Maybe you're the hardest worker in the room at all times, okay? Maybe you're able to learn anything as fast as humanly possible. Maybe you're willing to put in the extra hours. Maybe you've proven yourself by building a whole other business, and just because you don't have that skill, you've built something else so you can prove that you can build something and you can learn something. Maybe you've learned a completely different skill from scratch, and that shows the ability to learn something. So focus on what you can offer, not what you can't offer. Lastly is tip number 5, volunteer or work for free to get experience and then try again. Let's say you don't get this job the first time because you don't have experience. I want you to go out there and volunteer on your spare time. Work for free and then try again. This is how I got one of my jobs. I won't go into detail because I don't know how much I'm supposed to talk about or not supposed to talk about in terms of like relating my full-time job to this, but I volunteered and I worked for free on all of my spare time. I worked 40 to 50 hours a week at my full-time job, and then I volunteered separately outside of that, and I worked for free, and eventually I got my dream career, and I was able to transition out of my old full-time job that I wasn't really a fan of to my dream career, which I am currently doing right now. If you follow the channel, you know that you know what I do for a living full-time, so you know what I'm talking about. But I don't want to go into too much detail about me getting that job, which was 10, 12 years ago, a long time ago. Anyways, it works, right? It works. Volunteer, work for free, intern to get experience, and then you can have a better chance of getting the job the next time you apply. Or if it's like a hiring process that lasts for several months, volunteer while you're waiting to get hired and let the potential employer know that you are volunteering to gain experience, and then maybe you'll get hired within that long hiring session. That's it. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down below as a comment, and of course be sure to subscribe for more great videos just like this one. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.